working with the I'm here to help you support the subtle energies and the energy shifts that we've been experiencing so that we can move into our highest timelines. And I've been working with the Akashic Records since about 2021, and it has absolutely changed my life. It has gotten me out of some dark places, and it has me moving in a way that's with the connection to my guides and allowing my intuition to just completely light up and take off. And I have a specific emphasis on the sound and holographic energy frequency in order to connect with our guides. So I would love to hear from others of you just quickly what brings you in, a little bit about what you do, and anything that you're wanting to work on with abundance. Let's start with Leah. Leah, I don't know if you're frozen or I think that's a picture though, so maybe you're not frozen. Do you want to share a little bit? There you go. Oh, it looks like she's back. Does anybody else want to share briefly while she figures out? I think there's two of her and it's echoing. There, I see you. Can you hear me? Okay, why don't we skip to Victoria? Victoria, do you want to share a little bit?
Yeah, what? So I missed the beginning. What am I sharing?
Just a little bit about yourself and what brings you into work with abundance.
Gotcha. So I'm Victoria and I have my own private practice and I'm kind of going into a new direction with my business. And so for me, connecting with abundance is really just recognizing that all the opportunities that come my way are opportunities for abundance, right? Abundance in learning, abundance in money, abundance in love, connection, and growth and expansion. So yeah, that's kind of my relationship with abundance now. I think in the sense of clearing, I'm really hoping with my intention for clearing some of the just some of the beliefs about not deserving it, right? Like all of the things that are coming my way, I deserve to receive them, and all the things that are in my visions, I deserve to receive them. And so just really it's all here. All the abundance is here. I'm just ready to let it all in, and I want to clear all the walls to letting it all in is where I'm at.
Yes, good work. And just those subconscious programs that are in our way, we just have to download the codes for them and unlock them.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. And Emily, do you want to just drop in and say what you are working on and a little bit about you?
So at present, I have my wedding in July. So I have an abundance of love and happiness there. We are currently thinking about moving house, but this is we're in like the kind of thinking stage. We're talking about children and things. Um, as well as that, I'm currently a counselling student and I'm in my last year. So I'm working with a lot of clients, and I think just having that kind of clearing my energy a wee bit so I can support them better and also welcome more clients in and support them as much as I can. While bringing a wee bit of spiritual practice in with me as well.
Did you say that you were getting married?
Yes.
Congratulations. Yes. So all of the good things, just welcoming them in and with ease and grace.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And Aspen, would you like to share a little bit? Okay, Aspen's going to share in the chat. Yeah, so thank you guys all for coming. The way that I work is to tap into the collective Akashic field of what we are working on and co creating together in this space. And there might be individual beliefs for specific people, and we'll see what happens. If they want me to connect one on one and just ask one of you to share something, then we can clear that. And then for the collective, it'll also be cleared. So whatever's coming up for the group is also potentially coming up for you too. So that's what I love about this is we are tapping into that frequency and energy field of all that is. And we're tapping into multiple timelines because we have free will and we can choose to walk multiple paths. So we have access to all of those timelines, and I see them as little lasers or little rays of sunshine where we're connected to those. But the problem is when we can become connected to too many timelines and it's not clear to us where we're going, and so that can actually hold us back if we are tangled in that. I'm allowing space for my business to blossom and clear any blocks to allow space for aligned clients to find me. Beautiful. So, worthiness, deserving, and then visibility. And then the other one was holding space for others. So I really like this because if you think about it, you're not going to bring in more clients unless there's this really amazing sense of support that your clients that you already have are feeling. So the ability to, and this is such a womb and sacral chakra thing, is allowing that abundance to flow into the life force and creativity of your womb and then into that work that you're doing. So, yeah. If you want to, whoever, you can go off camera. Just find a comfortable place to sit or lay down and kind of meditation. And I will see what they want me to do, if there's individual things that want to be cleared or if it may just be clear that this is for this person. And so yeah, just know that all of it is for you, and then there may be some more specifics. Oh, I have another one from Aspen. I have really loyal recurring clients. I think I need to charge more for those who can afford so I can support continuing free and trade session for those who need it. Yes, that's a good point. With Reiki, when I heard about Reiki, one of the principles of Reiki is not to offer free sessions. And that is because when you are giving your work, you're exchanging your energy. And the problem with the free session is then that person who's receiving the free session, they don't value it and it actually makes the work not effective anymore. And so the free exchange of energy is really important. And I do love the idea of this model where we can have people who are offering financial support for sessions, and there may be people who are able to work in a sliding scale way or in a way that calls to them. But absolutely, you can ask your guides, how much am I worth? How much should I charge? You can muscle test yourself. You can just use your finger and say, should I charge 100 a session, 200 a session, 150? Okay, 150. And you find out what your guesses and what your no's are, and that will just inform your ability to work in the most effective way. So find a place to settle in, and settling in with your intention of abundance, with your feet dropping into the floor or the surface that you're on, just intentionally connecting to Mother Earth and her rivers, her lakes, her ever flowing abundance. And I'm going to call in the guides. To be open to the rainbow light that helps it to expand. Allow that rainbow light to wash over your third eye, activating your third eye and opening it. Just imagining the sacred geometry of your third eye. There may be something specific that comes through right now with that sacred geometry. But just relax into that, following it, feeling the three-dimensionality of it and watching it spin and radiate light. Feel the cranial bones expanding and opening with the transmission of light from your ancestors and guides and angels. Feel the anchoring into your heart chakra, the softness of receiving, the roses, just imagining this rosebud within your heart, imagining it with the warm sunshine just slowly starting to open and bloom and expand. And with that, the spiral, the sacredness of Fibonacci, opening up more spaces within your heart and more possibilities. There's a little something stuck in there. What I feel is rejection. And the timeline is around 13 to 15. And so I'm feeling into that, what wants to be witnessed, part of you that wants to be witnessed for this experience and this feeling. And the way I experience it is people just say, oh, it's fine, and just brush it off and brush it under the rug. But that's because we only know what we came in here with. And as light beings, we came here to support the ascension and transcending. And so some of our efforts may have felt futile, the times we've tried to help others and they've brushed it aside because their own stuff, they're not ready to deal with it. And so we're going to work with the transmutation, and I feel it as gold, just pure gold, moving into those interstices and spaces in the heart, transmuting, and it's like a key. It's unlocking a key within the heart. And what has been feeling like rejection palpably, we're going to experience as a womb, as a space and a reminder to stay the course and focus on your frequency and what your frequency can unlock. This person was teaching us boundaries. We just had no idea they were teaching us boundaries. So focus on that flower within the heart. Cleansing all the layers that you've experienced in this space, this rejection, this physical layers, mental layers, emotional layers, psychological and spiritual layers, and then the auric layers that surround it. So just feel this bubble around your heart, this melty, soft bubble that's filled with liquid nectar like a hummingbird. And feel the gentleness of it opening and expanding to make more space for the love that you are meant to radiate here in this one precious life. Sindulia kolesa maya. Shindiora kano. Shindiore kainola, shinilo atariata, kusinilo taya, not shinduretai. For those of you not familiar with light language, it's the language of your soul. In some spiritual traditions, they say speaking in tongues, but for non-religious traditions, it's more just a vibration, frequency that comes out to help with the attunement and alignment. So just allowing the brain to get out of the way, just receiving those frequencies and allowing those to come in without any judgment. The light language helps to get your brain out of the way of the receiving. So As your heart chakra feels more open and expansive, there's one more space as you move down. It's a spiral staircase. Taking a couple steps down in your heart chakra down this spiral staircase. And there's a green color frequency here. Ooh, 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 and as you move into that space, just imagine the divine holding both of your hands and allowing you to feel what's present in this space, even if it's just for 10 or 15 seconds. Because it is a lot, it feels heavy, and it feels like the fear is that if you open the door to this, it's going to flood you and you're not going to be able to function. But going into this space with your guides holding you above the water and just allowing some of that to drain. And I heard, why don't I deserve love? So think about that, just gently in your mind. Just hold this deserving love in your mind, just softly, like a kite that you're holding. And put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And I'm going to work with the dew meridian to help you to clear that belief. So just keep breathing and moving. Let this orange light settle through your body. And now connect with the phrase, I deserve love. I am worthy of love. And do drop a comment if there's something that comes up for you regarding that you didn't expect. Or if there's something a message that you receive about deserving love, or a place in your body where you feel that, because that could be helpful. Like this is an initiation portal as we walk down this spiral staircase, and it feels very narrow, a difficult place to move through, but it feels like on the other side of it is just some really beautiful things to be received. And it's like a pinhole. And so just imagine with your mind that you're expanding that pinhole with forgiveness of what was before, of what may have been like abandoned. And the number 18 is coming through. For some of you, the number 13 is coming through. And it's like a wormhole. It's becoming a wormhole, which is opening. And just imagining yourself at a very young age, maybe at an infancy, and imagine yourself being held in the arms of Mother Mary, or if that's triggering, just the Gaia, goddess of earth, Demeter or Aphrodite being held in the arms of love and beauty. And this is some person that's wanted to harm you in a way, and this is all very subconscious. When somebody attacks you psychically, it's often they don't realize they're doing it. They're just feeling these negative feelings and thoughts. I'm getting that it's a male, so this could pertain to the receiving love. And what do you need? 19. Just some medicine within your psyche that is needed to remove that sense of being attacked. Getting a pilgrimage of some kind. Past life. Imagine yourself on this pilgrimage to a beautiful sacred site that you've dreamed about for a long time, and finding your feet there and looking up above and seeing the beautiful structures and seeing the people and hearing the music and hearing all of the beautiful, amazing people also journeying to this place to receive this potent medicine from your heart, for your heart. And you walk into the middle of this structure. Maybe it's a pyramid, but maybe it's another type of structure. As you get into this space, there's a cavern. And you open the door of the cavern. In the cavern, you find this little vial. And you take this vial and you put it up to your heart. And you feel the liquid nectar of love within this vial. And sending all of that energy back to the light that's not yours. You have within you this sacred nectar. There's other timelines and other distortions of other people that have nothing to do with you. And this idea of people pleasing, where you're trying to satisfy the greatest good of those around you, it can become a burden to your vision, your dreams, and your abundance. So know that you are worthy to follow your own bliss, and know that there are so many people that are going to benefit from your most highest and activated state of bliss. Now that staircase feels like it's more open. You can walk down and you get to just above your solar plexus, and you plug into the frequencies of the divine, and it looks like this beautiful waterfall that you're standing in front of. And you're receiving the codes from several different lineages. I see 7 different lineages of star beings. And in this space, you can experience and witness the frequencies and codes of all of these beings in order to help you to direct into your highest benefit and destiny. Plugging you into this grid, and it feels like this amazing sacred geometry extending beyond your heart and your body's energy fields. And you feel that your body is being plugged in. Your solar plexus is connecting to all around you, to those structures and shapes, and your root chakra and your grounding cord is being plugged into the most delicious deep tree root system and mycelium. And you can feel it just swimming down below and connecting to the nourishing minerals of Mama Gaia, connecting to these beautiful rivers and lakes and reservoirs underwater, and connecting to this nourishing nectar and these fairy beings and all kinds of invisible things that are just filled with so much joy. And as you connect with the minerals below you, the ley lines, the rocks, the crystals, you can feel it just activating your feet as you dive deep into the center of the earth with that sensor connector. And you receive from Gaia the codes, unlocking the frequency codes for your up-leveling and ascension. Shito lo sisenio dai, shito shinileo makashuma, shindulia shinio maya. And you are like a cellulose straw, like a tree sucking up these codes and nectars from your feet into your root chakra, filling your root chakra, overflowing your root chakra with a sense of peace and safety. Letting that in. And as it overflows through your root chakra, you feel it in your sacrals. And your sacrals give you this sense of peace and safety. And allowing yourself to drop into this quiet. The quiet enough to allow yourself to flow with creativity and beauty. And asking Gaia to help you to transmute anything in this chakra that no longer serves you, that feels unsafe, that feels depleting. And what I notice is that part of the left part, for me, it may be backwards, but the left part for me, I notice this fullness, but I notice there is a depletion on the right side, and that is it is a spirit, a connection to spirit, and a fear of fully trusting your guides and beings of light. And so you can hold that with your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just hold that sensation of, it is possible that I don't fully trust my guides, that I don't fully drop in and allow myself to know that the solutions and answers are coming. And allow that frequency to fill in a little bit more. There always is a why. Why is it hard to trust? what has created a rift between me and my full trust and surrender. And the age that comes up for that is 17. It's connecting a little bit with your heart and imagining that part of you coming in just for some support, for some love. And imagine holding them, patting them on the back, holding space for them. And the number 16 it has to do with some kind of frequency that is blocked. So let me just see which frequency that would be. It has to do with holding somebody else in your womb that no longer serves you to hold in your womb. So you visualize this person. Yep, that's the person. Imagine just holding your womb with so much love and support for all the labor that it has been experiencing and all the hard work that it does, all the beauty that it creates. And then sealing that off, that cord, removing that cord, allowing that cord to fall away because of the power. And carnelian wants to come in. It's a beautiful crystal, beautiful color, to allow the womb to feel full and fulfilled with its creative destiny. It's like trying to have a child, trying to conceive a child when you already are mothering somebody else. It just doesn't work. And so we have to clear those pathways to deliver our creative gifts and to receive that from the universe. When you deliver, you're receiving something new, some new life in your body. So imagining yourself just untangling that cord as if it's this root that is deep in your garden. And it feels like it's going pretty deep in there. And it's deep enough to disturb your microbiome, to disturb your digestion. And on your back, just imagine you're receiving these solar energies as well through your sacral chakra. And just witnessing for a moment the power of your womb, witnessing the power of your mother and what she provided for you, the sacrifice, regardless of you're renting. Some of us had different rental agreements with our mother's womb, but when everything is said and done, we can be grateful that we had a space to be in, even if it came with a lot of trauma that we're trying to work through. That is still okay because we signed up for this. This was our contract to experience a deeper level of intimacy and connection by experiencing a little bit of loss and a little bit of suffering. So just surrounding that womb with this crystalline light, having it expand, just imagining it expand and swell with more glitter and more passion and more tears, more joy, more connected with nature, more loved, more sweetness, more space for creativity to pour in you and to pour out of you. And just resetting these equilibriums of the body, resetting the meridian system and the channels, the dura, the spinal cord. Allowing whatever is not needed to move through the crown. And what I'm experiencing is chakra sounds. And the sounds of the chakras help us to clarify and tonify and move things within them. So I want you, if you have a question, to either unmute yourself or type the question into the chat, whatever works for you, for your guides. And if not, that's okay too. Just stay in this like lovely, delicious sacral space and just feel the womb energy, you know, even male, female, non-binary, we still have this beautiful womb energy that is in our sacrals. And yes, whenever you're ready. What practices will help me continue to clear more womb attachments? It's clear that you know how to clear your womb attachments, so that's what the thing said. Yes, what I would focus on is just filling the womb with the sacral energy and pulling in the Shakti energy and focus on that expanding. And when you have more clarity and you feel what's there, you're more able to tap into what attachments there might be. You can muscle test. Is it a male? Is it a female? Is it a person, you know, an ex-partner? Is it a parent? We could have womb attachments to our parents too. And yeah, then however you like to remove the attachment, we're just asking spirit, what is the best way for me to remove this womb attachment? And let's see if anything else comes through specifically for what you have going on. I see them as like little worms in the garden, which can be tricky because worms are something that adds the health and vitality to the garden, but also worms can be parasitic. And so it's the scanning and the discernment. When I scan, I see some green colors where those are just bright green like a highlighter. And where those are, it's important to clear those attachments. And the thing is, not all of this is available to us all the time. The veils remove themselves and then they return. And so the way that I work with energy is through systematic layering. So, and it is possible to do physical stuff through Zoom, and it's really interesting. But sometimes it's on the physical layer. And if it's on the physical layer, you're not going to be able to clear it on the energetic layer. And things fluctuate between the layer until they're ready to be cleared. And that's why it feels like it takes so freaking long to clear things, because we have to clear them on the spiritual and the energetic levels and the emotional levels, and we're spiraling around the flower. And yeah, it is better every time. But the way that I work is by fluctuating between those systems and finding the best way to clear those pathways when the time is right and they're ready to reveal what is there. So I hope that answered your question. Yeah, I'm just sealing everybody with light, sealing everybody with the hologram of love, which is the flower of life filled with this beautiful rainbow light of protection, and connecting you to your source, plugging your lower heart chakra into your source energy to allow you to receive more. What practices can help to prevent picking up attachments in the future? What practices can I teach children to empower them in not picking up attachments? One part of this is the wholeness, is continuing to do the work and find out where there are little fissures, holes, blockages in your energy field and working with those to help. And often that involves feeling the emotions associated with why you actually felt like this person in your life reminds you so much of your mom or your sister or your brother, and you're willing to let them in and suck off of you. And so that's one part, is just having that wholeness. There are a lot of practices, and whatever practice works for you, honestly, whatever you're going to remember to do, whether it's you put your gloves on before you work with somebody or before you leave the house and you cloak yourself in this luminescent light energy, this colloidal liquid that will keep you from being penetrated by others' energy fields. Keep your energy field large. Surround yourself in the holograms, and you have to open and close. So you open and unzip your zip up your energy field, and then slough it off, and so that you can remove anything that's come through you. I am here if you guys need any extra energetic support. There are often things that we just don't want to do alone, and clearing it, having somebody support you is really helpful for you, because it will help your clairs and your intuition to come online. It's like when the drain is clogged, we're not getting the clear message. But once we start to open that up, then we will be able to start working with the light more effectively. And does anybody want to hop on and share anything that they experienced or...
I felt a lot of movement in my womb space, just a lot of like kind of crampy, deep, like when you talked about those deep attachments and that depth of things in there, it definitely, I felt, it's cramping up as it's trying to move and clear out. So I felt a lot of movement.
Good. Yeah, things don't always feel uncomfortable as they're clearing, as you're moving through them, but just know that your body is talking to you, and that is the best thing that could happen, is that you are opening up this communication, and yeah, you're in tune. So, yeah, thank you for sharing. And what about Emily or Aspen? Do you want to share or type something in the chat about today, what you felt?
I definitely had a lot of kind of almost like a vibration in my throat,
Yeah.
and that kind of carried down to my heart, and that stayed there for quite a while. I think you were talking about a pyramid as well, but that's where I was. I was at the pyramid, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Amazing. Yeah, the throat chakra, there's something that's speaking through you, that's asking you to clear in your communication, that's asking you to receive. So it's really wonderful to just have that to sit and meditate with. And these activations and clearings, they can take a couple of days for information to come through because we can get codes stored in our chakra systems, in our third eye, in our crown, and then maybe we have a nature walk or take a bath, and then more information comes through or more can come through in the dream space. So be mindful of that and allow yourself to be in a place of personal sovereignty. You don't necessarily need to listen to a lot of outside information. Just allow yourself to receive your messages as well. And just know that that's the most important, is that your messages. So thank you for sharing. And thank you so much, Aspen, if you had something to share. But there we go. I really connected with the river and the waters and the mycelium networks you mentioned, and the idea of sending what wants to be released to be transmuted. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. I love your name too. That's beautiful. Like connecting to the trees. Aspen loves the mycelium. Oh, yes. And oh my gosh, I have these old growth trees outside my office, and when it stops raining, just going outside and just speaking to the tree beings. And I think whatever energy is shifting, they're just talking to us a lot louder now. They're like, hey, I'm here. I love you. How about a hug? These beautiful, wise, spiritual beings that we can visit. So, okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. It's been such a pleasure to support you on your journey today, and anything that unfolds for you, any other questions you have, I would love to hear from you. Bye. Bye, everybody.